As ever, thank you so much for your comments. And somebody said Lee Anderson was caught fiddling his expenses. Indeed, he was. So he isn't really the best place to be telling people how to budget, is he? When I think he was caught in 2020 claiming 220 odd 219,703 44 pence worth of expenses in business costs from 2020 to 2021. I mean, it's not a huge inflation. It's 16,000 higher than the average MP, and he was earning £84,144 as a member of Parliament. And even then, he'd been telling people to come to Ashfield so that he could show people the unique food banks which he's got there. He says he needed all this money to pay his staff wages. If I didn't pay my staff any wages, they would be using a food bank. Well, in that case, why has he been paying his staff so much less in the years since then? And Alex Cunningham, that man who encountered the ire of James Cleverly the other day. Should it be necessary to have food banks in 21st century Britain? Anderson apparently said at that time, he makes a great point, and this is exactly my point. I should invite you personally to Ashfield to look at our food banks and see how they work. I think you'll see firsthand that there's not a massive use for food banks in this country. We've got generation after generation who cannot cook properly. They cannot cook a meal from scratch, and they cannot budget. The challenge is there. Come, I'll offer anybody to come. You sat there with glazed expressions looking at me like I've landed from a different planet. But he doesn't really explain his overinflated expenses. So if he can't budget, why should he expect other people to budget? And I think that's exactly the point.